Good morning, everyone. I see we have a lot of early birds from California. It is early for us. I'm coming to you right outside of San Francisco in Marin County. My name is Karen, and I am excited to get this week set up with you. Are there any first timers in the house? If there is a first timer, let us know. In the chat, I have the very lovely Jen O, who's going to pop on, give you guys a little bit of a wave. Diana, welcome to the Sonder fam. She's going to be supporting us in the chat. And so if you have any questions, she's going to be there. When I'm off camera, I'll do my best to respond as well. Little bit of housekeeping. Make sure that your chat is set to everyone. That's how we communicate. This is a cameras off event, and that allows us to be able to share tips and tricks. And that's what this is all about. I love this quote. Every day is a new start to get started. Every single day is just a beginning. So if you had a rough week last week and you did not get everything done in your journal or in life that you wanted to, today is a fresh start. Every day is a brand new beginning. You are not behind. You are right where you need to be. Well, hello to you too, Kim. Oh, Caitlin, welcome. So in our journal, we are exploring this month's theme of vibrance, and I'm really enjoying this theme. Last month was gratitude. I feel like they're on a roll with their themes, really very much enjoying it. And Jen is throwing into the chat that if you love something, feel free to take a screenshot or use your phone so that you can come back to it. If you are brand new and you feel a little overwhelmed, feel free to just hang out at the social, read the chat, take notes, and fill out your journal at another time. You do not have to get through your journal and have it perfectly planned in an hour's time. It took me a lot longer than an hour when I first started. Now it takes me about 15 to 20 minutes. So, and that's most of it is the meal planning portion. Okay, so a couple little reminders here. I got my London fog here. Almost gone. I'm a little sad about that. Number one, be kind and courteous to yourself and others. No promotions or spam. Respect everyone's privacy. No hate speech or bullying. Limit repetitive product and accessory questions. Redirect customer care inquiries to our team, and that's hello@silkandsaunders.com. If you're having problems with delivery or something along those lines, that's where you go. Sonder Socials are a tool to help elevate your emotional health through the power of community, but you are responsible for your own emotions, well-being, and decisions. So, if something doesn't resonate with you or it feels a little too personal on one of the socials, you are always welcome to listen to the music, hang out in the chat, and color in your coloring page. And just because we're talking about it doesn't mean that you have to do it if it doesn't feel right to you at that moment in time. So take that space for yourself. Our agenda today, we're going to go into our Vibrance Mind Map. If you are brand new, on a notes page or something else, we explore vibrance every week with a different area of that. Oh, didn't go through all that. I keep getting distracted by the chat because I keep reading about it. We also have a Rosebud thorn. That's one of our favorite activities at Silk and Saunders. I love it. I used to do it as have my team as camp counselors debrief the day. And so it's a wonderful thing to do if you have kids at the dinner table. And then we'll have the main event of setting up our weekly setup, and then we will close out. I know it's a lot in an hour, but we will get to it. So our Vibrance Mind Map, like I said, this can be done on a notes page. Some people like to repurpose a section of their journal, of their weekly spread, maybe their scratch pad or their shopping list to do this in. Totally up to you. This month, we're going to explore vibrance in different areas of our lives. We have 4 different weeks. We're on the 3rd week to focus on vibrance this month. This week, we are focusing on places. And before I go into this, I wanted to say that Jen O, based on some of your suggestions, used her definition page of vibrance. And that's where she has been putting her, I'm trying to look for the page, this little page right here. That's where she's been doing hers on page 3. And so she just made lines coming out like a grid, and that's where she's been doing her vibrance. I thought that's a really cool idea. So for vibrance, the first week we focused on life in general, about things that can put us in a flow state. Last week we talked about culture, about things that really fill your cup. And this week we're looking at places. What places make you feel vibrant? Is it places in nature? Like, do you love the sound of a river flowing? Or I love walking in the redwoods and getting the smell, or in a eucalyptus forest. Maybe you feel vibrant at music festivals or certain shops or wineries, or maybe a city really resonates with you. So for me, week 3 for places, music festivals. Me and Jen O had this one in common. Wineries. I live very close to Sonoma and Napa. I very much enjoy going, sitting outside, having a beautiful glass of wine, hiking trails. Love being in nature. Love the vibe of New York City. Wouldn't want to live there, but I do feel very vibrant when I go. So I get to dress a little fancier. Last time I put like a 1920s hat on, and of course the wind blew it away with snow flurries, and I caught it just in time. I am originally from Texas, and I love being in Austin and that scene. I met my husband on 6th Street between bars when we were both in graduate school. So I love the live music. I love the culture. And then I also lived in Auckland, New Zealand. And that is a place that very much resonates with me because they live a very outdoor lifestyle. Movies outdoors, walking outdoors, all of those. Yeah, I know, Jen, it was not my proudest moment, but it worked out well. It's 20 years this July. I also love gourmet grocery stores, like the fancy ones. Nothing like there's one in Auckland that's so fancy. And I love walking in and cruising around and maybe treating myself to one or two of those things. So I'm going to put that previous slide back up. I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to play some music, and I'm going to give you time to write about things and places that make you feel vibrant. Now, if you have any that you were able to do or visit in the next week, like maybe at Jen O loves Target, maybe she can find an hour to put in her weekly spread. That's your bonus challenge, is if there's someplace that you can actually go during this week to plan it and put it in your weekly spread. So I'm going to go off camera and give you time to work. Go ahead and share in the chat where you feel the most vibrant. I love the suggestions of like if you can't actually go there, like a lot of people listed Disney. So I think someone said that they go and get a Dole Whip, which I heard are going to be more readily available in the near future, which I'm excited about. Um, and so some people feeling really awesome out in the outdoors, and I really feel that as well. I spent some time outside yesterday, and it is really rejuvenating being in nature. But think about if there's a place that you cannot go, is there something that you can do? Like right now, I can't go to Austin, but if there was a favorite restaurant that I could go to, maybe I could cook a meal from there or watch a movie that reminds me of it. And I can plan that into my journal to make me feel a little more vibrant. So we're moving on to our rosebud thorn. Our rose is a highlight, a bud is an emerging opportunity, and a thorn is a challenge. My highlight from the week is yesterday. There is a park called China Camp that has roadside parking on a cliff that goes down to the water. And so my husband and Chihuahua and I went and picked up some sandwiches and some chips and a couple of beers and walked down there and sat there, and we were the only people down there, and it was absolutely wonderful. And my Chihuahua had so much fun, and he's in there with me right now. So if he pops up, you'll see him. Bud is an emerging opportunity. I shared this one last week, but this week, you can see I'm a Pilates instructor. I'm going to work right after this. I'm actually subbing a bar class, and I've never done that before, but I'm thinking it is a modality that I might like to certify in. And so it gives me that opportunity to try it out. And then a thorn is something that isn't going so well for you. For me, honestly, I have been really low energy. I got back from Brazil, not Thursday, but the Thursday before. And it's not even a very big time difference, but I felt very low energy. And so it definitely affected me last week. So I'm going to go off camera, put some music on, and I would love to know about your rosebud thorn. You can share one, you can share all, whatever you feel comfortable with. And we are doing this on last week's page. We are on page 44 in your journal. If you've already filled out 44, if you go the week of, then it would be on page 50. Favorite thing about this activity is that it allows us to see the good and the bad. And in life, we have both, and we wouldn't recognize the good if we didn't have the bad. But it doesn't mean that those struggles don't hurt. And so I'm so glad that you were here and that you were able to do some celebrations, like an Alaskan cruise and a new puppy. And I'm glad a lot of you were able to share some of those health issues or dealing with special needs kids, all of those things. Much love to all of you. I hit the wrong button. I went on mute instead of the slide. Whoops, it's still 7 a.m. here. Okay, we're diving into our weekly planner. Now, I love to give a slide up front to show you some of the ways that you can repurpose. This is one, if you are brand new, that you may want to take a screenshot of. You can always use a meal planner, food tracker, use it to keep track of leftovers, affirmations, or scriptures from the app, the Sonder app or otherwise. Work project or school study tracker, exercise tracker, cleaning plan, mindfulness activity planner, end of day reflection, weekly appointments, garden tracker, water, fertilizer, weeds, track foods or symptoms for health issues, dream tracker, 3 or 4 positives a day, an outfit tracker, a national day of list, a TV podcast movie watching plan, gratitude blog, building routines, a mini bingo board, a hooray list celebrating the good things, even if it's small. Remember, this is your journal, customize it to fit your life. And you know what? It's okay to leave things blank. Fully fine. You don't have to use every space. I don't use every space every single week. Sometimes a space doesn't work for me. I might leave it blank, or if I'm feeling fancy, I might throw a sticker over it. So this is my journal for this week. This week, I want to feel royal. I'm doing an online workshop called the Royal Treatment. So I'm leaning into that for the week. Things I want to do, I need to write that bar class I mentioned. I did a little practice during my reformer jump class, but I need to write it out. I need to print out, I'm in health coaching school, and I want to really print out those handouts. Goals, I want to finish my schoolwork. I want to do 5 classes for me, not ones that I'm instructing. Like when I'm teaching mat Pilates, a lot of times it's not really a good workout, even if it's 2 back to back, because I'm checking people's form. So me actually physically going to a class or doing a class on my own. And then participate in the Royal Treatment. So you see here, I have that Royal Treatment. It's only happening Monday through Friday. So I marked out the days that it's not happening. Schoolwork, I'm not writing down a date, a number beside any of them. I'm going to fill them out as I go. I want to walk daily as long as it's not raining. It's good for me, vitamin D. It's good for Snickers to get his energy out. And it also gives me an option to listen to the Royal Treatment on a podcast. And then I also am leaning into some breath work. Health school is really teaching me how important it is. And I really struggle with meditation, but I want to hit up that Calm app a few times this week. Now I'm going to show you some examples. These are actually, a lot of them are from last week's post at after our social last week. So if you were here last week and you posted in Sonder Club, you might actually see some of your examples. I like to show the full pages. And the reason I do that is because you might like something, but you may not want to put it in that place. So one of these ideas, you might stick it in your meal plan section instead of your shopping list. So this person wants to feel alive. Her weekly to-dos is just a reminder to feel centered. Her 5 goals, I like how she marked out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Some of them are personal hygiene. Some of them are cleaning, and she's just given herself a little checklist there. I love that she put Silk and Saunders and journaling in hers to remind herself to do it. Something fun, time with the girls, book, read, or write, walk, and a 30-minute tidy. Over here, the acrostic is, or it's not really acrostic. I love the way they did the highlight of the feels, that it looks like a crossword puzzle, and they're using some of those letters and repeats. They have things like their mortgage, but there are also things like, hi, beautiful, you are amazing. And to remind themselves instead of eating out. Goals, body, mind, and soul. So she broke it down into 3 different categories. Jen did one that was a little unique in hers this week that I know she'll throw into the chat. It was frog and 2 other F words. I'm sure she'll throw it in there. I can't remember exactly. And then she also covered up those numbers so that she doesn't feel like she has to accomplish something certain days of the week. fog front and fruitful. How cute is that? So you can get creative with it. Over here on the left-hand side, they used more than one word to say how they wanted to feel. They used the Eisenhower matrix of urgent, not urgent, important, and not important of things to kind of help them prioritize how they're spending their time this week. Their to-do, I love how it's a need to do, an accomplishment, self to do, and a family to do. I thought that was a really fun way to break down their to-dos. And then it looks like she has color coded her goals. And that's something a lot of people like. I've tried that for me. I use one pen, I use one color pretty much throughout. And so that didn't work for me because if I didn't have those colors handy, I wouldn't fill it out. But each to their own. Maybe you were sitting up at a desk and you have your pens right there and you can just grab them. Over here, I love how each day of the week, depending on what's going on, they said how they wanted to feel different ways. Enjoy April's beauty. So they use it as a reflection of remembering the things that they are really enjoying, like the longer daylight, the beautiful blue skies, the sunshine, all of that. And then they use this, the past week was hot to, I can't read that word. I had a good weekend. So they're using this as a little reflection place. And then I also like that they used their habit activity as a song list of songs that make them feel vibrant and when they listen to them. So I thought that was a fun idea to use your Vibrance playlist there. Love the sticker over here on the left. It is so cute. So this was a few weeks ago, but I really like how she utilized her calendar to show when she's off and when she's working. She also listed on certain days how she wanted to feel. She listed more than one goal, but you can also use less than one goal. And then those habits, I guess she wasn't feeling it that week, so she just covered it up and made it really cute. Over here on the right-hand side is someone else who utilized their calendar, and they utilized it in a different way of things that bills, errands, and socials. So they made different shapes to be able to use it. They listed more than one way that they wanted to feel. They also used a version of that Eisenhower matrix, the do, decide, delegate, and delete. And they also use that frog, fun, and fruitful. So in the chat, let me know how you want to feel this week. I want to feel royal. How is it that you want to feel? This is the one time that you are actually going to not go on to, I'm not going to turn a song on because it's super quick. Content, present, strong, calm. How else do you want to feel? Balanced, ignited, fun and free. Little alliteration there. Refreshed, comforted, accomplished, productive, content and thankful for what I have. Focus. I want to feel competent, and that all entails organized, centered, etc. Julia, that might go along with your habits or goals. I want to feel patient. Been snappy at work recently, and that's not great. Oh, Catherine, I feel you on that. Calm. Last week was stressful. Rejuvenated. Awesome. If you're struggling with a word, these are some of the feelings wheels. You can work from the inside out. So love, maybe you want to feel love and you're like, oh, peaceful, but peaceful is not the right word. Relieved might be that actual word that really resonates with you for this week. If you are unfamiliar with the feelings wheel, this is also a fun one to take a screenshot or a photo of. At peace with the way things are. I love that. It's hard to do too. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our weekly to-dos. I love this. I started dividing my to-do list into things I have to do, things I want to do, and things other people want me to do. Life-changing. I often don't get to 3 and finally realize, is this what I mean to have boundaries? I thought that was a really great way to look at it. You know, putting up our red velvet robe, putting those boundaries in place between us and others, and that, you know, no one's going to look out for us but us. So the things I have to do and things I want to do really do come before things other people want me to do. Of course, that's different when children are, you know, or if you have someone you're caretaking for. Maybe you want to focus on your make a do not do list and check off what you didn't do. Maybe it wasn't multitasking or focusing on the negative or being snappy at work, or eating like late night snacks, or not exercising enough, or listening to my inner critic, or not sleeping enough, or spending time with people who I don't appreciate me, or not drinking enough water, or doing everything at the last second. So I'm going to put on a song. I'm going to let you work on your to-dos. This is a popular place to repurpose with something positive if the to-do doesn't work here, or maybe you use a separate system for your to-dos. Okay. Moving into your 3 weekly goals, remember that you do not have to do three if you have a super busy week. Maybe you're focusing on one big goal. And I like this little quote. It must be borne in mind that the tragedy of life doesn't lie in not reaching your goals. The tragedy lies in having no goals to reach. A couple of little reminders: focus on the step in front of you, not the whole staircase, and dream of big things. But remember, small steps will take you to them. Things to keep in mind as you are writing your goals: keep them specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time based. So I'm going to give you a little time to work on your goals this week. Let us know in the chat. And I actually do have one Disney song, not a huge Disney person, but I'm hoping that the song will make some of you who are missing your Disney time feel vibrant this morning. All right. Definitely got some love for that Pocahontas song. I mean, that was a beautiful movie. I remember going to see it in high school, and Christina Aguilera was amazing on those vocals for sure. So we're moving into that habit and activity section next. Depending on what they are, our habits will either make us or break us. We become what we repeatedly do. So those could be good things or they could be bad things. Oh, Julia, sometimes we just need a good cry, right? Nothing wrong with that. It's very cathartic. And I want to mention, if you were starting a new habit and you were doing something 0 times a week, and now you're doing it 60% of the time, Isn't that something to celebrate if you were only doing something 0%? Please don't beat yourself up as you make new habits. Celebrate the progress that you are making. We're all just figuring it out as we go. Anything you're supposed to do has been made up by you or someone else. I use that as if there's something that you're putting on your habits that you think you should be doing, but it doesn't feel right to you, really reevaluate that. And then this one has pictures of food. It is a strategy you can use when you're creating habits. It does not have to be dealing with food, but the food gives a nice analogy of that crowding out, that you're using lots of fruits and vegetables and filling yourself up with those so you don't eat the french fries. But this could be, filling your time with lots of walks instead of doom scrolling on social media or things that you are enjoying. So I'm going to leave this slide up for those habit and activities. And remember, these are habits that you may want to do less than 7 days a week, where the ones on your monthly setup are things that you do daily. Now, I'm not going to lie, sometimes I put them in both places to remind myself to fill out both sections. So I'm going to leave you to it and play another song. Let us know what habits that you are accomplishing, even if it's 30%, or what new habits you're trying to accomplish in the chat. Okay, welcome back. We are moving into our next section of our setup. So we're moving on to page 47. So here's mine for, ooh, one too many. Here's mine for the week. My meal plan, T stands for thistle. I get deliveries, so I get like snacks and breakfast. Salad in a jar is happening during those other days. And then PC stands for purple carrot. And then I'm going to try a couple of Instapot things just to see if it's going to work for me and my husband, especially if it tastes good. Because the Instapot meals I'm going to do, you freeze and then you put in the Instapot or crock pot. And sometimes those don't kind of turn out mush. So we're going to see. I'm going to experiment. I mentioned I'm doing a workshop this week, Rural Treatment. I used those, the Mind Body Health Plan to write down the times to remember to see if I can catch any of them live, which I don't think I can, but maybe one or two, but that's okay. And then my shopping list is including the things that I need for my freezer meals, as well as for a camping overnight this next weekend. And I'm loving in Northern California that it is not raining. Oh, it's so nice to see the sun. I don't think I will make it in Seattle. Auckland was hard, but it seems like even harder here because I'm so spoiled by beautiful weather. Here's some beautiful examples. This person, their meal plan became a cleaning plan. I like that. They put a sticker on of things that they're going to do for mind, body, health. And then their shopping list was more of the things they like more tea, more walks. Those stickers are gorgeous. If whoever's page is in here, we need to know where those came from because they are just stunning. Over here on the right-hand side, you can see that they color coded their watermarks for what it is that they're drinking. I'm really hoping that the red is water and not wine. No judgment if it is, but yeah, some people are really enjoying color coding, like brown for coffee, for tea, for water, sparkling water, soda, those types of things. I also really enjoyed how they color coded and made a list on the side. And then if they did the Peloton, it was a red star. If they did yoga, and not making sure that they're trying to do all of those every single day. And everybody loves a ta-da bingo board where they are marking off the things that they accomplished that week. Everyone seems to like the GLAD acronym. Some people like to repurpose it. Grateful, learned, achieved, delighted, affirmation quote, and favorite moment is how that they structured it. And then here's also another little bingo board. And their shopping list, they just put a quote there. And look, they left something blank and the world didn't end. It's okay. It's okay to leave something blank. Over here on the right, someone's literally using theirs as a wonderful meal planning, super specific list. Scripture study, writing down as they go what scriptures that they studied, and their unshopping list, some things that they want to do. Thank you, Jennifer, for throwing that GLAD acronym in there. Over here, the feels and meals, like if you're trying to figure out if you have some symptoms to certain foods, this is a cute way to be able to do it. I like how she divided the feel versus the need. A bingo board there too. And then over here on the right-hand side, she listed out just a week at the glance. It has like the vacuuming, taking the car to AutoZone. I'm assuming that Disney Plus is that the bill is due, those types of things. She used her mind, body, health plan for her workout. And then it's kind of a to-do list over here on the right-hand side instead of a shopping list. So she must have repurposed her shopping list for something else. And she wrote down a lot of things that she is loving right now. So I'm going to give you time to work on that meal plan. This is the most popular one that is repurposed. We will be back. Let us know how you repurpose it or what you have planned for dinner this week. I'm glad there's only 9 minutes left. I have a hungry chihuahua looking at me ready to have breakfast. I don't know if you have a dog like that at home, but oh, when they are hungry, they are hungry. The next section we are moving on to is our mind body health plan. Some people like to track their steps, their workouts, maybe your facial mask. Some people use this for appointments. If you're looking for inspiration of things that you want to do, if you're looking at emotional, physical, social self care, spiritual, and mental, this gives you some really awesome examples. This was off of our Silk and Saunders Instagram page. If you love it, take a quick screenshot of it and use it for inspiration. Another thing to think about is that we need all of these things on that pie chart to be able to be a healthy, happy individual. So maybe think about your mind body plan for creativity, maybe finances, career, education, health, physical activity, home cooking, environment, relationships, social life, joy, and spirituality. So if you're feeling low in one of those sections, this might be the time to actually think about using like spirituality of how do you feel spiritual and marking that time into your mind body health plan. I'll go off camera and give you a little bit of time to work. Okay, we have some Madonna fans in the house. Our next section, we're going to put two together. It is that shopping list and that I am loving. So feel free to repurpose with any of the ideas you've seen before and let us know if you're repurposing and what it is you are loving in life right now. I just finished second season of Firefly Lane and it was so good. So that is something I'm absolutely loving right now. I'm going to put on a quick song as we wrap up our weekly social. Sorry to cut the song short, but I know you guys are getting ready for work. So I just wanted to wrap up. I want you to share your weekly planner. Hopefully, some of you saw yours that you posted last week. Thank you so much. It gives us new content to be able to share with our Sonder fam and inspire others. I will post my playlist in just a minute when I go off camera if you are interested. And remember, refer a friend today. They get $10, you get $10. That feedback, let them know the times you want, the types of socials that you look. That's how this Monday morning social came to be, is because people were wanting it. So definitely do that. And that is that top secret YouTube link. You can't search for it to see past socials. So make sure to use that. And if you are struggling with registration, there is the link for Sonder Social. And I hope to see you in the app very, very soon. I'm going to take you out with Try Again by Aaliyah.
It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two, step two, step two, step two. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two, step two, step two. Baby girl,
What would you do to get to me? What would you say to have your way? Would you give up or try again? If I hesitate to let you in, now would you be yourself or play a role? Tell all the boys or keep it low. If I say no, would you turn away or play me off? Or would you stay up? First you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again, try again. Cause if at first you don't succeed, you can dust it off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again, try again. can't let it go so easily. Not till I see what this could be eternity or just a week.